Hello friends, and today we are going to talk about what is an activity and what are the lifecycle methods of an activity. So technically, if we talk about technical terms, so an activity is a single focused thing that a user can do. And what does it mean? So in simple words, let's understand by an example. So let's say we are seeing some login application page on an Android app. That itself is an activity, and when we enter the details, we go to some different page. That itself is a different activity. So an application could have multiple activities, and each activity is having different lifecycle methods. So in general, activity lifecycle has 7 callback methods. What are those? First one is like onCreate, onStart, onResume, onPause, onStop, onRestart, and onDestroy. So we'll go into details of these methods and callbacks, and let's see how it's gonna work. So whenever an activity is launched, so the very first method which is going to call, that is onCreate method, and that method is going to call only once in the lifetime of that activity. So it means when it's called, it means the activity is created. After that, onStart method will call, and this callback method is called when the activity becomes visible to the user. After that, onResume activity will call. It means the activity is in foreground and user can interact with it. It means user can perform some operation like click on some button or some link. He can do that. Now it means our activity is running right now. Now the fourth one is onPause method. So when it's gonna call, when the current activity is partially obscured by another activity that is in the foreground, is a semi-transparent. So that time onPause will call, and an onStop will call when the activity is completely hidden and not visible to the user. So let's say we are on activity A and we go to activity B. So now we are seeing activity B. So in that case, first onPause will call, and then onStop method of activity A will call, and then we'll call onCreate method of activity B, onStart method of activity B, and then onResume method of activity B. Now let's say from the stopped state, the activity either comes back to interact with the user, or activity is finished running and goes away. And if the activity comes back, then the system invokes on restart. So for example, we can understand in that way. Let's say we are on activity A, and if we move to activity B and come back to activity A again, then on restart will call, and then it will call onStart. First it will call on restart, and then it will call onStart and on resume. Now the last one is like onDestroy. So when the activity is destroyed and removed from the memory, then it is called. So let's say we are on the main activity A, and we press the back button and close application. In that case, onDestroy will call and close activity. So that's all about lifecycle methods of an activity, and in the next session we'll see how to implement that in an application.